What is poppin'? 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 What is going on? What is poppin'? 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 What is going on, baby? How you doing? How you looking? How you living? How are you feeling out there? It is week 13. I'm with my guy as always. Knipe is in the building. What's going on, man? You ready for a big game today?
Dude, we got the game of the week, and I'm very, very excited for my boys. Not excited to see how I did last week, though. So if we want to go ahead and skip through this
Oh
part,
man.
that'd be cool with me.
Yeah, we'll do that in a second. But we got my guy Jonathan in the building. Good morning, my boy. How you doing, bro? Yeah, let's talk about last week, man.
Ugh, ugh.
I got 4 games on Knife last week. Sorry about it, but right now I'm in the driver's seat. I'm in triple digits now. Win column, baby. 101. Sorry about that, man.
It
Um,
happens, man.
sometimes
It happens.
sometimes you just you like to go against the grain, but it doesn't always end well for you.
Yeah,
It's okay. I think we'll be going against the grain today. I know I am.
I know
That's a
you're
little
gonna.
foreshadowing a little later. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're gonna pick the Eagles. It's all right.
We'll see. We'll see. Touching on the Thursday night game real quick. Dallas beat the Seahawks. It was a great game. I think it was the best Thursday night game so far this season. They won 41-35. So Dallas is now 9-3. Man, I, Gino and DK had me a little. I was like, are they gonna pull this upset off, bro? But our good friend French, he loves his Cowboys, so he decided to bench DK Metcalf on our fantasy league, and he put up 3 touchdowns on his head top. But Dallas, Dallas came back and won. What are your thoughts on the game, real quick, before we jump into today's slate?
Yeah, man. Dude, that was to me. That wasn't just the best Thursday night football game. Like that was the best football game of the year so far. As just like as far as entertainment and just enjoying watching a football game go back and forth. And like when I knew it was going to be an amazing game was how the Seahawks scored right before halftime to make it 21-20 because it had already gotten kind of back and forth at that point. And yeah, I mean, Cowboys, Seahawks, way to deliver. That was awesome. Plus, I enjoyed it more because gave me a faster path to win my division because we could actually, I think I saw some Niners projection, like we could actually clinch our division by week 14, which
Mm.
is insane. If it actually, and it's real, I mean, it's realistic for it to happen that way. So, but yeah, I enjoyed it, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, like I was surprised because Seahawks offense has been kind of trash lately. Like before the game started, they haven't scored a offensive touchdown in 7 quarters, and then without Kenneth Walker, I didn't think they had a shot. But they they shocked me, but fell short. We are on to today, and we are going to start things off with an underachieving team versus a very bad team, and the Patriots. The Chargers on the road here, 5.5 point favorites. The over under 39.5. This Chargers team, the talent is all there, man, but they just don't know how to close it. They don't know how to win. It's always close games with this team, it seems like, but they just cannot win the ball game. I don't know how Brandon Staley has a job right now, but they're keeping him in the office for now. I think he will be fired at the end of the year. But Chargers should single-handedly beat the crap out of the Patriots today. Like this should not even be a game. This is any team against the Patriots at this point, bro. Like this Patriots team is just so bad. And you saw, I don't know if you saw the sound bit from last week when Jabril Peppers went up to Saquon and he goes, "Man, you lucky we asked, bro." Like literally just flat out said that we trash. And, it's not a good look, man. Give me the Chargers right now. Not a lot of key injuries. Jasir Taylor's out. Zach Bailey is out for the Chargers. And then on the flip side, Demario Douglas is out for the Patriots. But I like the Chargers here. I think they do cover that 5.5 point spread. Maybe they go on maybe they win out and have a shot to make the playoffs, but I don't think so. I think they do win this game, though. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, man, the Patriots made me look real, real silly last week because I just thought there was no chance in hell that they lost to the Giants. Because, dude,
Yeah.
Tommy DeVito, man. Like,
DeVito, baby. What is
yeah.
this little?
Hey, I don't care. He had 10 points. Get out my face. Um, so yeah, I am in agreement. The Patriots are lost right now. They don't have a quarterback. They don't have a leader. Like Belichick I mean, at this point, just seems like he has no fire left. Like he used to on the sidelines at least look like he cared, even though he kind of just had similar, I guess, just stance the whole time and everything. But yeah, give me the Chargers by at least a touchdown today because the Patriots, like Jabril Pepper said, they're straight ass, dude. Like
Yeah.
they can't beat anybody. And yeah, the Chargers, even though they try to lose to everybody, they'll get it done today.
Yeah, man. What's up? Good morning, Mark Speed. What's good, bro? Sorry about your Lions on Thanksgiving, buddy. Sorry about your Lions.
Yeah, it's sorry.
Good morning, bro. Cardinals and the Steelers. Cardinals made me look dumb last week. That was one of my upsets of the week. Over the Rams, and they flat out got beat up 31-8. Cardinals on the road here to the Steelers. Steelers are 6.5 point favorites. The over-under is 41.5. They did look better. The Steelers did offensively without Matt Canada there. They went over 400 yards for the first time since Matt Canada was hired as their OC. That was like 58 games, I think they said. So is that a coincidence? We will see because the Cardinals defense isn't that good as well. But I can't trust these Cardinals team. I like Kyler Murray a lot, man. I do. But last week, that was a winnable game for the Cardinals. I think they should have won, but they got beat up. Give me the Steelers here at home right now. No injuries on both sides, so that's good. Good for both teams. Give me the Steelers here at home. I think we might see a little snow in some games today. I think this might be one of them.
Nice. All right. Sweet. Well, I mean, we actually haven't had like an active snow football game. I don't think, have we? Right?
No, we haven't.
Man, we need one. Let's get it. It's December. Let's get this rolling. Yeah, man. The Steelers are heavy favorites, and I'm gonna agree with Vegas here, and yourself, and probably 85% of America. Yeah, the Steelers should take this game just based on defense alone. They're at home, and the Cardinals. I mean, again, they don't. It doesn't seem like they have the fire to win. I'm sure that the players want to, but they just don't have the talent. And that defense, going up against anybody has been a joke. So I think Najee and Jalen are in for a big rushing day. I think both of them can get it done today. And Pickens, I think, will have a good day as well. We'll see how the rest of the team plays. But yeah, I mean, dude, like the Cardinals defense is just Swiss cheese. Like it's almost like they're not even there. So the Steelers are going to actually look competent today, even though I hate saying that about Kenny Pickett. Man, ugh. But yeah, give me the Steelers, and I'll take them for the points as well.
Actually, the snow game might be in New England, so that might affect the Chargers, honestly. But yeah, we have a fantasy question real quick. The kid plays says Pickett or Goff, and do I start Waddle? For me, I'd probably take Goff. Who the Lions are playing the Saints without Lattimore, so I'd probably lean on Goff, and I think you should always start Waddle. Honestly, if you have him, you should always play him.
Yeah, Goff. I mean, I don't know what their format is or what, like how many, because this could be an 8-person league. Some people ask silly questions.
True.
But I mean, Waddle, yeah, should be a must start in my eyes as well. But yeah, I would take Goff also. I mean, I don't like Pickett, so
Yeah, and they're going against the Commanders. The Miami Dolphins are. I think that's gonna be a high scoring game. So Waddle should be in line for a decent game. He always is, honestly. Him and Hill always do well, but
it's never a bad idea to play a guy on an offense that can move the ball kind of almost at will, and especially against a poor defense. Like,
yeah. What's up, Spence? And here's French in the house. Cowboys won. We know French. Lore, these are my new glasses. Yeah, these are my new prescriptions, Lore. Let's go down to the Colts and the Titans here. A little AFC South battle right here. The Colts hanging in there at 6-5 on the season. Titans 4-7. Colts are a favorite, but it's a toss-up game here. Only -1 for the Colts. which is shocking. I think they would give it to the home team. Over under is 42.5. No Jonathan Taylor once again for the Colts, man. He's going to miss 3 to 5 weeks with that thumb injury. Sorry, Spence. Looks like he's going to be gone for fantasy. Treylon Burks is questionable he's dealing with that concussion, bro. He's been out for half the year with that injury, just like Tua did last season. But he's actually questionable, so we'll see if he suits up. Colts shut me up last week, and they beat the Bucks. We all took the Bucks to beat the Colts, and they just said, "Nah, what you talking about, Willis?" Hey, Michael Pittman has been out there balling. You called him last week on DraftKings. Good call. Michael Pittman was out there, just catching everything, it seemed like. So he's having a good year with the Colts. Gardner Minshew's keeping them afloat. I think without Jonathan Taylor, they'll be okay with Zach Moss. We all saw Zach Moss, do his thing. But one big thing happened for the Colts this week. They cut Shaq Leonard. They flat out cut him. The all-pro linebacker, which is I couldn't believe it. Titan side, they just don't really wow me, bro. Like, I know Mike Vrabel, he gets his guys ready, but I got the Colts here on the road. I think they pull it through. And man, if they end up being 7-5, they might sneak into the playoffs on that last wild card spot, bro. But give me the Colts here on a close game. I think the Colts win by 3.
Man, this one's tough. And yeah,
It is.
The Titans. I mean, even though they've looked like up and down, I feel like they can. I mean, they can surprise you. Whenever they have that good week. So they're hard to pick against. The Colts, because the Colts have Gardner Minshew. The Titans have Will Levis. So gosh, man, which side do I like here? I think I'm gonna have to agree with you, man. I think the Colts are gonna take a road win. They're finding ways to win, and I'll trust a team like that to continue that streak of hey, we can grind it out and beat you in a game that's maybe not so pretty.
Yeah.
And so I think that they can also pull off a 3-point win here. And I understand the line being at -1 though, man. Like, because I feel like how America does, like, this is a pick 'em. It's like just pick.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who's gonna win this, because I think Will Levis could surprise you as well, because both defenses on through the air are kind of trash. And so Pittman should eat again today. Downs should eat again. Those guys are like the only 2 guys in the offense that touch the ball, and they're both going to have like 15 plus targets today, because that secondary is just a joke on the Titans. So yeah, let me get the Colts to cover that, because their offensive weapons are just better.
Yeah, I thought they would give it to the Titans for a pick 'em because of the home team, but yeah, the Colts are a better team overall. Mark Speed said Henry 2 touchdowns today. Ooh.
Hey, I said that last week, and that
You did.
I was wrong about everything else.
You were good on the fantasy side, right? But the overall team side, you weren't.
Yeah.
Broncos heading to the Texans. This is gonna be a good game here. Broncos 5-game winning streak, bro. Who would have thought that? Really? Texans. Van. Yeah, Dr. Van. Dr. Van even told me they were trash back when they were 1-5. They said they were the worst team in the league. So no one thought this would happen. Texans, they were in a nail biter last week. Close game against the Jaguars. They lost. Well, they would have went to overtime, but they lost by 2 yards. If that field goal was a 57-yard attempt by Amendola, and it didn't hit off the bottom of the crossbar, they might have went to overtime. Who knows what would happen? After that missed kick, though, Amendola got cut. They said, yeah, he's not on the team anymore. I think Fairbairn is back or something. That's why they cut him. But
dude, you're aware that Amendola is kicking out my fantasy team this week, right?
Is he on the team?
Yeah, they cut him then they signed him to the practice squad, and they elevated him again. Like, Fairbairn's gonna be back next week.
Then why would they even cut him in the first place?
I honestly, it's
like that's stupid.
Yeah, and then they tried out like one dude. I think they tried out Maher, and I only know all this because I was in the kicker market in fantasy. I was trying to pick the game that had a good high total. So
okay, well, I'm sorry, Amendola, you're still on a team, so go out there and kick away, buddy. Broncos are actually underdogs in this game. Texans -3 at home. 47.5 is the over-under, which, like you said, is going to be a high-scoring game, they think. Sheldon Rankins is questionable, and Dalton Schultz is he's out for the Texans. So Tank Dell was questionable. He's good to go. So is Noah Brown. He'll be back in the lineup today. So Texans getting their offensive weapons back. Minus Schultz. Dude, did the Broncos make it 6 in a row? I don't think so. I think the Texans bounce back at home here. They get a win. And dude, the Broncos somehow win this game. I don't. When will this team lose? Is my question. Like, seriously, dude. Good for the Broncos, but I got the Texans here holding down home turf.
Dude, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, dude, how wild would it be if Sean Payton took this freaking 70-20 losing team and
to the playoffs?
And yeah, he just wins out. And they just, I mean, even if they make it to the first, like if they make the playoffs, period, like great job, Sean. But dude, what if they go farther than that? Like, it starts to freak me out. I'm like, dude, for love of God, don't do
Let me ask you this before you get your pick. If the Broncos make it to the playoffs, do you think Sean Payton wins Coach of the Year? I
mean, you kind of have to. Don't they pick one from the AFC and NFC, right?
Do they? No, I think Dayball won last year.
Okay. I mean, there's some. That's hard. I mean, he'd be in the conversation for sure. He'd be one of three, in my opinion. But man, let's have a little fun. Let's start the disagreeing off. Come on, Broncos, man, keep it going.
Oh,
figure out a way to win this, and make it 6 in a row. You know, give us something cool to talk about. That's what I'm hoping for here, because I mean, yes, obviously I don't want to make this pick, but I also, I mean, I got to get up on you. So we've agreed on everything. Screw this.
Okay.
Let me get the Broncos, because I mean, they can win. This isn't like a crazy. This isn't like, you know, an outlandish pick. I'm not picking the Panthers to beat the Texans. Even though I already did that. But yeah, let me get the Broncos this week. Let me get them by a field goal.
Is this your upset of the week, or do you have one stashed away for later?
Yeah, this is not my upset of the week, but it is. I mean, let me get this one going. Let me get this pick.
All right, what's up, Bucks Rays Bolts? We got Brandon in the house. Good morning, bro. How you doing? And Spence said, "This is my upset of the week. 6 in a row for Russ. Let's ride." Okay, we all know why. Spence, we don't, any AFC team you pick against, we all know why. Come on now.
Yeah.
You don't have any rational reason. You just, I hate them. Lions losing on Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving was wonderful, by the way. Lions having a little mini bye week coming into town, going against the Saints here. Saints, man, the Saints are officially on my I hate you list. Every time I try to trust this team, man, every time the Saints just make me look dumb. Derek Carr, what you got, buddy? I mean, come on, man. You couldn't get it through last week? Right now, Lions are 4.5-point favorites on the road. 47.5 is your over-under. Couple of big names on the injury list for both teams. Alex Anzalone out. Key piece to their defense for the Lions. Michael Thomas, I already know he's hurt. And Rashid Shaheed. It's like a tongue twister. He's out with that thigh injury. He burned me and Knipe and DraftKings last week. Prayers up to you, Shaheed. Hopefully you get back soon, man. So, bro, the Saints are rolling with Chris Olave. And can you name me the other receivers on that team right now?
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, Chris Olave and Kamara. And then maybe, throwing Taysom Hill out there for a couple of snaps. But, man, big injuries for the Saints. Give me the Lions here. I mean, like I said, mini bye week. I think Dan Campbell's a little pissed off about that Thanksgiving loss. So I think they're going to come out firing on all cylinders. Like Mark Speed said earlier, he said Goff's turning the ball over lately a lot. So let's see if he does have a little bounce back game. No Lattimore as well for the Saints. He's on the IR. So give me the Lions here. I think they should cover that 4.5-point spread, and Lions win.
Yeah, dude, the Saints, I feel like me and you have been picking them wrong all year. Actually, I feel the same way you do, dude. Like, when is this team going to play like a full game well? Because it's like y'all should not be losing to the Falcons, man. Like, come on, you let Arthur Smith beat you. What are we doing? I mean, Dennis Allen, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and just realize like either it's you or the play calling or something's not working and you need to figure it out because it should not be this hard.
Yeah.
But man, I'm gonna have to say, oh man, I'm gonna take the Lions by a field goal, but I think this game's gonna be ugly. I don't think that this is gonna be a touchdown fest, even though it could be because there's plenty of talent on both sides of the ball. But I don't know. I feel like the Lions have urgency to play with, and so do the Saints. So I feel like when that happens, like offenses kind of sputter a little bit, and defenses show out a little bit more. Just because there's a lot more nerves, because the playoffs are on the line and seeding is on the line now. Like things are starting to get more real for all these teams. And the Saints know, like, they can't keep losing. Like, I mean, they're completely in it if they win today, for their division. So I don't think that they're going to be no rollover, pushover team today. But I think the Lions are pissed off enough after Thanksgiving to take the win here. So give me them by a field goal. I wouldn't touch that spread. I would take the Saints on that spread.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're right, man. The Saints need this win badly. The Lions pretty much have that division wrapped up. I will say that, but Saints need a fight, and if they fall today, it might be a uphill battle for them because we're going to touch on the next teams down right here. The Falcons are on the road to the Jets, and the Saints and Falcons are tied 5-6 on the season. So you got the Falcons taking on the Tim Boyle Jets. I mean, Jesus. You just cannot trust this Jets team any way, shape, or form, man. Their defense is great. The Jets are. But that offense is so damn bad, bro. Like Black Friday football, they got spanked around. I mean, let me ask you, Knipe, is there any other team that can throw a 99-yard Hail Mary pick six than the Tim Boyle and the Jets? I mean, what the hell? Like, that's just the most Jets thing to do, bro. Right now, the Falcons are only favored by 2 points, which take that spread. Anyone who's betting, take that spread. Just put it down. Don't even think twice about it. Over under is 33.5. No injuries, but we all know this guy is always in the news. Aaron Rodgers. He returned to practice, Knipe. 3 months after tearing his Achilles, he's back in practice. Now, they did say they might activate him and sit him. What's the point of that? Like, that just makes me seem like the Jets just want something to talk about. So let's just, throw Aaron Rodgers back in the mix. Keep our names in the storyline in the media. Why even throw him out there to practice if you're not going to activate him to play him? So dumb story. This Jets team actually is really annoying. Give me the Falcons here on the road. I think they cover that 2-point spread easily, like I said. Bijan, foreshadowing here, I think he's going off today. It's a Bijan day for the Falcons here. So give me the Falcons.
You would think so, right? Like it should be the Falcons. But we're going to go with the upset of the week here.
No way.
The Jets beat the Eagles at home, so anything is fucking possible. Let me get the Jets to win because of silly old Aaron Rodgers, causing a stir, getting everyone all excited. I'm going to say that defense plays with a little extra heart today because, they basically just got told, like, by Aaron Rodgers. Not directly, obviously, but, like, hey, guys, like, either you start winning or you ain't going to see me this year. So, this is a winnable game. It ain't like the Falcons are crazy good. The Falcons are not anything super special. I think the Jets defense against Desmond Ridder can be kind of scary, and Bijan may not have a big day. I think that, I don't know. I don't see a lot of points in this game, so my expectations are not that high for Bijan today, unfortunately. But we'll see. I hope you're right. Because obviously, I have my boy on my team. So, but yeah, I'm going to take the Jets in an upset win here at home.
Okay. Okay, Knipe. I'm shocked you take the Jets here. I'm really shocked, but how can you trust Tim Boyle? This guy looks worse than Zach Wilson did, bro.
So I'm going to think that today, because Breece Hall he's been trashed the last month. dude, Breece Hall used to be the big breakaway run guy. How much you want to bet this dude's gonna hit a freaking home run today? And dude, this game can be won with one touchdown, like because they can both get 3 field goals apiece, and both teams will take their field goals. These aren't teams that go for it on fourth down really, and so I mean I can see this being a final score of like 18-12 or something weird like that, and being the team that gets the one touchdown today wins the game. So yeah, let me get Breece Hall on a 65-yarder down the left sideline there.
And you might be like Mark Speed's hitting it on the nail right here. Raiders sucks on the road. A Jets touchdown on defense could pick 6 could happen. Okay.
Get saucy, baby. Let's go.
Okay, y'all are making me okay. I believe now. I don't think it'll happen, but you give me some good reasons. We're gonna take our road to the Commanders and the Dolphins here. Dolphins on the road against this trash team. Commanders. Dolphins are 8.5-point favorites. If you are a fan of the show and watched it all season long, the Commanders. Me and Knife just cannot pick this team correctly, just like the Saints. But I think today we can pick them correctly by getting an absolute beat down by the Dolphins. The over-under is a whopping 49.5, which is the highest on the slate. A lot of points, which is fun football for us. Javon Holland is questionable from that last week's injury in MetLife. Teron Armstead is also questionable. And on the Commander side, Emmanuel Forbes is out. So it doesn't matter. Dolphins should just spank this team. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, like we just said earlier. Even Achane is back for the Dolphins as well. So, I mean, they're firing on all cylinders right here. Give me the Dolphins. Give me them by like 17 points. I think they're going to destroy the Commanders today, man. I think it will be a high-scoring game, fun game to watch for, points-wise. But I think the Dolphins destroy them today.
You know what I would love to know? I should have looked on Underdog before I got on here and checked what the passing attempt line is for Sam Howell, because I feel like as a bookie, no, yeah, tell me that, because as a bookie, I just feel like, dude, it has to be like 47. Dude. I would even go over. I feel like he's going to pass the ball 50 freaking times today, and it's still not going to be enough. So. I mean, the Dolphins against this defense, this should be gross. The only reason it's not going to be more just lopsided is because the Dolphins aren't home. But man, this is like Tyreek Hill, like you said, going to absolutely probably eat today. Jalen Waddle should get a little bit of, what's left over, but Mostert should eat today. Achane should eat today. Man, how do you not pick the Dolphins, man? Yeah, give me the Dolphins by 21.
So, take a guess on his attempts. If you just take a quick guess.
I said, if I was the making the line, I would say 47.5.
38.5.
Dude, okay, smash the over. Smash the over. Dude,
that's on Hard Rock Bet. I don't know if it's different.
If you guys make a little, I don't know how many legs y'all want to do, but make that one of them, because Sam Howell will 100% go over that today. There's no chance he doesn't.
Jake Lewis asks, start 2 PPR, Monty, Bijan. So we have 2 Monties there. I'm thinking is David Montgomery is his Monty. Yeah, I don't know the third.
What's it? Jake? Hey, Jake, retype that, man. Just do it real quick.
Yeah, I mean, is it 2? No, Bijan for sure should be in your.
I think messed up or something.
Yeah, so type that back, Jake, and let us know who it is.
If we're picking, I'm going to say Bijan and Monty.
Yeah, right. David says, hey, Max, 2 quick questions. Ramondre or Garrett Wilson in the flex, and did you have a chance to watch the new epic rap battle? I would take probably Ramondre because I just can't trust Tim Boyle. I mean, Garrett Wilson's a better player, but I just cannot trust Tim Boyle. And I do not know what epic rap battle you're talking about. So let me know, David. What's up, Robert? How you doing, bro? What's good? I'm sorry about your Jets, man. Sorry about your Jets. Let's go to the Panthers and the Bucks. We're on to the 4 o'clocks here.
Oh, this is an exciting one.
Yeah, yummy, right? Jesus. This game is atrocious. The Bucks are on my hate list too. I think that whole AFC or NFC South division is on my freaking hate list. Screw all this teams, man. Panthers, they just clean house tonight. They just fired everybody. I'm talking about head coach, quarterback coach. They fired everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The running back coach just fired everybody. I don't even know who's the interim coach for the Panthers in this game. Don't care, honestly. Bucks are 3-point favorites at home. Over under is 36.5. If Ben is watching, hey man, Ben, I'm rocking with you this week. How can I not? If you lose to the Panthers, Ben, oh my gosh. Von Bell is out for the Panthers. They do get J.C. Horn back. He's active from the IR. Chris Godwin is questionable. There's a lot of injuries on the Bucks. Honestly, Devin White's out. Jamil Dean's out. So a lot of key injuries for the Bucks, but I think they still have enough to get it done. I think Mike Evans balls out today. Chris Godwin, I do think he will suit up. But give me the Bucks here. They should cover that 3-point spread easily. They should win by at least a touchdown here. Give me the Bucks.
Yeah, this one's pretty simple. You don't pick the absolute joke of a team right now because they have one win on the year. I mean, this team doesn't even know how to win. I feel bad for Panthers fans, man. Like that owner is just, 2 midseason firings in a row. Like that kind of sucks to watch as your team, like that. I mean, I've been there and that shit blows. Let me get the Bucks. I feel like that -3 is almost disrespectful to them. They should be at least -6.5. Like, I don't know what people are thinking. That means some people are betting the Panthers pretty well, which is like, what do we think? Like, there's better upsets to pick than the Panthers over the Bucks, man. Like, I think the Bucks, there's no shot they lose, especially at home. Like, their defense is going to be just fine against this Panthers team. So, let me get the Buccaneers by a touchdown.
Yeah, I think they're they're trying to get America to bet the Bucks spread here, like that -3. I did it last week.
Yeah, is there actual money on the Panthers, or are they just doing this just?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. I'd be curious.
But I'll tell you what, I bet the Bucks to win last week, and it burned me. So I don't care. I'm not touching this game. Screw you, Bucks. You're gonna win, but I can't trust you anymore, man. Just can't do it. All right, the game that we all have been waiting for, especially my guy Knife. So I'm gonna let him take it away here. He's a Niner fan on the panel, so let's go Niners and Eagles.
First and foremost, my boy Glock Purdy is gonna do his thing today.
Ooh,
we are winning this football game, and we are gonna win it convincingly. This isn't gonna be a field goal game. Y'all realize that they almost lost. They lost to the Jets on the road. They almost lost. They should have lost to the Chiefs. We all know that. This Eagles team is not as scary as it was last year, in my opinion. I don't care what the record says. This Eagles team is not as scary as it was last year. My team is fully healthy. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Come on, boys. Like, we can do this. I fully believe in my team. I think there's a reason we're favorites. It's because we're better. I know the records don't say that, but in real life, our team is better when fully healthy. Come on, let's do this, boys. I'm going to give us the win by 10. I think
we're by 10.
Yes.
Wow.
31-21 Niners. Go ahead and do it. There you're going.
No,
it's easy to pick the Eagles. It's easy to pick the Eagles.
I picked against the Eagles last week, and we both looked kind of smart. We did pick the Bills, and I was like, okay, the Bills actually might do this. And then,
real quick,
what do you know?
Everybody that watched football last week, y'all know the refs, and if the refs screw us today, I will lose my shit. Because, dude, the Bills, if I'm Bills fans, y'all got robbed. Every one of y'all got robbed from that victory. It was gross. It was worse than the Patrick Mahomes treatment. And I hate seeing that, dude. Stop making it so unfair for the guys are already Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes don't need help to win. Why are we helping them win? What are we doing, NFL? Those are the guys that don't need all that extra crap. They can do it without that. And if they don't win, so be it. Let it happen. Okay? Yeah. Let it happen.
Yeah, that was terrible. That horse collar missed call. So
there's way more than just that one. But yeah,
I know. I'm singling that play out because you remember what happened. He got horse collar. His jersey was completely ripped, and then they instead of calling the horse collar, they gave him an intentional grounding. Like wow, like that one play was unreal. Niners, like you said, they're pretty much fully healthy. Eric Armstead is questionable, but I'm assuming he'll play. Eagles are a little banged up here. Dallas Goedert, doubtful. Zach Cunningham is out. Fletcher Cox is questionable. I mean, it is kind of crazy that the Eagles are underdogs in this game, right?
yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'll say that, but I mean,
you're 10-1 and you're the underdog. But like you said, man, the Niners are the real deal. 47.5 point over under. We got a lot of scoring on the board here. I love you, Knife. I can't do it again. Eagles are gonna win it. Eagles. I'm sorry. This Eagles team.
It makes sense.
It's not my upset of the week, by the way. This Eagles team is just they find a way. If the refs do it, they do it. Jalen Hurts does it. I mean, last week was a fun ass game to watch because we saw both quarterbacks, Josh Allen and Jalen Hurts, just doing their thing out there. I think it was the first time that both quarterbacks had two rushing touchdowns in a game, and that's it was fireworks all over the place. I love your team, man. They're a great team, but the Eagles, they just got something going on this year. Give me the Eagles here. They're gonna keep rolling, and they should win by at least a touchdown. Eagles win.
Whoa, by at least a touchdown. All right, now we're gonna fight. All right,
you said 10.
Yeah, because that's way more. We don't get beat by like that. You understand that? We don't get beat like that. Nobody does that to us. We've lost by this much when we lose. Nobody does that to us. But that being said, even if we do lose this game, this will be a rematch this postseason. Maybe the Cowboys like stun somebody. I feel like the Cowboys could stun the Eagles, maybe potentially. But Cowboys ain't beating us at our home field. And what other team in the NFC, like the Lions, ain't going to beat the Niners or the Eagles at their home field? Like this is going to be a rematch in the playoffs this year as well. Yeah. So I think we're in for a treat today, no matter what happens. I just hope that everyone comes out healthy. That's my big thing because of just the PTSD I got last time from watching my boy Brock die in the first drive.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I can't watch the NFC Championship game anymore now because I know what happens right here. But yeah, so let's hope that doesn't happen. Good health and good football game. Let's go.
Oh, let me highlight Daniel real quick. He said, "Remember when Max picked against the Bears last week? I picked the Bears to win."
Yeah, he picked the Bears to win. I picked the Bears.
Yeah, that just proves that Daniel doesn't watch the show. So shut up, Daniel. Shut up. I can't wait for this game, bro. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun to watch it with you. To wrap up the 4 o'clocks, we got a little fun game, right? Browns on the road to the Rams. Right now, man, the Browns just have the worst luck probably this season in the NFL. They're rolling with Joe Flacco at quarterback now, fresh off the freaking couch. Joe Flacco, DTR, like right here on the page, it says right here, DTR is out. PJ Walker, he's not good. Denzel Ward is out for the Browns as well. Elite defense. Browns, one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the league. But man, their offense weapons just keep falling. Man. But Amari Cooper did say this about Joe Flacco. He said he throws a poetry in motion spiral like football. When he throws it, I'm just like in awe, like, oh my God, that is so nice. Really, Amari? I mean, if that's true, like you must be playing with some bums that don't know how to throw the football. I mean, my Lord. Rams coming off that big win against the Cardinals. They're at home here, 3.5 point spread, 40.5 is your over under. This might be a close game. This might be a very close game.
I thought that this was going to be your thing.
My upset of the week.
Yeah, that thing.
No, I'm not rolling with that. I got the Rams holding down home turf. Browns defense is great, but I just can't. I'll trust Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp. And dude, Kyron Williams looked like the real deal coming off the IR. So if they roll with Kyron Williams, it's gonna be a little harder this week with the Browns defense. But I think the Rams have the recipe to win. I just can't trust Joe Flacco in his first game back in what 3-4 months. So yeah, give me the Rams here, holding down home turf.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you for pretty much the exact same reasons. Flacco hasn't played a game yet, didn't touch a ball, hasn't thrown a live game pass in a while. And so and that whole poetry in motion thing, like I was like, really, dude, it's Joe Flacco at like almost 40. Like, what are we talking? Like, yeah, I know he throws a good spiral, but like, dude, that guy's gonna look like he already was a statue at 36 or whatever I saw him play at last. And like, dude, oh man, I can't wait to watch it today because I think it's gonna be kind of funny because the Rams, like Aaron Donald, whew, dude,
oh
like
my lord,
Flacco could be gone after one hit, dude. Being hit by Aaron Donald at 38 years old, yeah, go ahead and sign me up for to not be on that list. But yeah, let me get the Rams at home, and I think that they will cover this because the Browns just won't have enough to compete. I don't think this will be a big Kyron Williams day, even though he did look awesome. I think that was just, I mean, not that that was a product of Arizona because he's been doing that all year, even before he got hurt and went into the IR. But the Browns have a decent run defense, so I don't think Kyron's in for a huge day. Like he might get a touchdown, but I don't think he'll have like the big 100-yard rush day. I think it's more of a Cup and Puka day. And so we'll see. Because I mean, Ward's out, so I mean they should be able to have some room to work on the outside and the slot. So we'll see how they do. But I think the Rams will win by a touchdown.
Robert wants to ask us a question here. Should the NFL ban the tush push? I saw Roger Goodell talking about he wants it banned, but honestly, I don't think they should.
I'm going to go ahead and give a resounding fuck no.
Yeah.
How about you just do more squats? How about you just get stronger? Like, I mean, like I'm not, I hate the Eagles. I do. I don't like, why would I like that team? But I also don't agree that that play should be taken away from them because like they're not cheating. Like I mean, they're just having guys like the guys behind really don't like. If you watch the plays, it's mainly just Jalen Hurts and Kelsey being a bigger man than the other men out there. Like, dude, Jalen Hurts just has freaking tanks for quads, and like that's why that play works so well. Like it's like you can't tell a guy not to be huge. I think that's completely unfair. I think Goodell's kind of being a dickhead lately, like with all these fines and then now this shit. I just feel like he's getting older and he's getting like a little more crabby and he's got a little ants in his pants over there, just kind of being a dickhead.
I mean, yeah, like, and we've seen the other teams try it and it doesn't work, right? So if all the teams did it and it worked, it might be a different story, but we've seen it not work. And if they can stop it, why ban it? It's just that they know the Eagles team runs it perfectly. And like Knife said, Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback to do it with.
Yeah.
Your big guy. He's just like Cam Newton, right? So no, I don't think they should ban it, but who knows? Maybe Goodell does ban it, which will be stupid as hell. Yeah, I saw Mac Jones's question. He's benched. I saw it. Bucks raise bolts. Let's go down to Sunday night football, baby. Packers at home in Lambeau. This might be a snow game. Speaking of snow games, right? We've seen some snow already falling in Green Bay, which, yes, I love snow. I mean, both teams play well in the snow, so just makes it more fun, right? The Chiefs are 6-point favorites on the road to the frozen tundra. The Packers coming off one of their best, if not the best win on the season on Thanksgiving against those pathetic Detroit Lions. The Packers are going to be without our guy, Aaron Jones. He's out. We have a bunch of questionables. I couldn't even fit it all on the screen. We got Jair Alexander questionable, Rudy Ford questionable, Devondre Campbell questionable. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, baby. We should be getting Darnell Savage back. He got activated off the IR. Nick Bolton is out for the Chiefs. Big blow for them. Over-under is 42.5. Two megastars might be in the attendance today. Talking about Simone Biles and Taylor Swift. But the megastar of the night, will be Jordan Love because the Packers are going to win this ball game. This is my upset of the week. Upset of the week. Upset of the week. Upset of the week. And no, it's not because I'm biased and because I'm a Packer fan. Don't even think twice about that. This is me being me. This is me thinking we have a better shot of winning this ball game tonight because Jordan Love has been rolling, baby. The last 3 games by Jordan Love has been phenomenal. He's turning that page like no other. Jordan Love and the Packers. That's why I got him on my back today, baby. Jordan Love jersey on, by the way. Packers win this ball game. Give me a Packer win by 6. They're going to hold down frozen tundra.
All right, guys. Well, that's what a homer does, and hey, I respect it. Because I mean, I've picked the Niners to win every single week, but I mean, mine's a little more justified, being that my team is, actually awesome. Yeah, let's calm down there, easy, Max. I'm gonna bring you a little back down to earth. Jordan Love has to face a serious test this week. This defense is not playing around. They're going to make him uncomfortable. This is not going to be pretty. I think the Chiefs are going to make this a non-contest.
No.
I think that man, 28 or 30 to 10 is what we're looking at here.
What?
And I mean, I just don't see you guys scoring a bunch, man. I really don't. This defense is too good for having what you guys have. I mean, I like your pass catchers I like Watson, Dobbs, and Reed, even though I like Reed the most. Jordan Love is, I mean, even though he's been progressing, yes, I'll give you that. He still has a lot to prove in this league, and this is a very tough test, especially in prime time, man. I know he just did it on Thanksgiving to the Lions, but the Chiefs are going to handle their business. They just got flexed out of Monday Night Football, and even though it probably wasn't because of them, I'm sure that is not going to make that locker room happy, and they're going to be like, all right, like that. They just need a little bit of fuel. That's all the fuel that Patrick needs to stomp someone. So let me get a 30-10 win for the Chiefs.
Wow. Even Mark Speed saying Chiefs 28-13 against the Packagers. Come on. It's the Packers.
The Packagers.
The Packers, Mark.
I love that one. I've never heard that.
It's going to be a fun one. I don't think it'll be a blowout. Even if we lose, I don't think it'll be a blowout, man. I just don't. This is Jordan. Let me say this. This is Jordan Love's biggest game of his career. Because if I know he's already played Mahomes and the Chiefs, that last season with Rodgers missing, but this is his biggest game. Like if he comes out here on Sunday Night Football, does well, even if he loses, but if he just shows up and does well and, shows America, because a lot of people will be watching tonight. It's the Chiefs and Packers. A lot of eyes will be on that TV. If he does well, maybe it puts a little bit more respect on his name because he's been dragged through the mud a little bit this year in the media. So, Jordan, big game for you. I'm happy, but let's see if you can go out there and showcase your skills a little bit, man.
Just so you know, he was dragged for having a absolutely, league worst completion percentage. That's why. It's better, but
yeah. Like the last 3 to 4 games, his completion percentage is up by like 6 or 7%. So that's what me and Kanai was saying. Like Jordan Love, you got to get that up, man. You got to get that up. So he's doing it. Let's see if he can keep doing it against a very good defense here in the Chiefs. Before we touch on DraftKings, let's just touch on the Monday Night Football game here because I'll be at the game. I don't know if you're going or not, but I got my tickets. I'll be at the game, enjoying this game. Bengals on the road to the Jacksonville Jaguars, the first Monday Night Football game in 12 years in Jacksonville. So how can you not go to the game if you live in the city? Jags are 9.5-point favorites at home, of course, without Joe Burrow, 39.5-point over under. Tyson Campbell's questionable. It looks like he might play. He's been practicing all week. ETN got the green light. He'll be good to go. Cam Taylor-Britt for the Bengals is out, but I think the Jags should beat the crap out of the Bengals here. I'm without Joe Burrow. It sucks that he got hurt because I really wanted to see Joe Burrow like live playing. But I got the Jaguars just steamrolling the Bengals team. This should not even be a contest. This should be a 2-touchdown score. Jaguars just beat the crap out of them. This might be like a 28 to like 13 game here, something like that. So give me the Jags.
Yeah, man. Jaguars at home, no Monday Night Football in over a decade. Like, this is going to be cool for the city. I'm sure that they're very excited if you're a Jags fan. And hey, you get a little handicap, man. You get no Joe Burrow to deal with, and you get Jacob Browning, and man, you're deep. Like, Josh Allen should absolutely eat today, or sorry, Monday. Um, but yeah, let me get the Jags, man. I agree with you. It should be a 2 touchdown or more victory. Like, if the Jaguars let them make this a close game, like, what are we doing, Jags? Like, just stomp them. Don't make it a football game. We're all not expecting a football game anyway. And so, like, let's deliver, Trevor. Like, because it really should be like this should be a huge ETN game because, or at least just the Jaguars ground attack. But ETN, if he's healthy, if he's actually playing, over 50% of snaps like he typically does, let me get ETN to have a huge game because the Bengals run defense is not very special. And Trevor should be able to do what he wants with those weapons against that secondary, especially with no Cam Taylor-Britt, who's actually a quality cornerback. Yeah, let me get the Jags to do what they need to do. And score prediction, I'll say like 27-7. Like, Jake Browning can probably get like one miracle lucky play to Jamar Chase because Jamar Chase is Jamar Chase still.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it'll be in garbage time. Maybe it'll be early on, but yeah, I think 27-7 is realistic.
Smith said big Dearness Johnson game.
Yeah, because he needs Dearness because he lost Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, okay. I'm like, why do you keep thinking that, man? Because ETN is playing.
So Dearness, Spence, you're just gonna need to get lucky on the limited touches that Dearness is gonna get because Dearness will probably touch the ball because ETN got hurt. You guys are gonna scale him back just a tiny bit, especially because you guys should be in control of this game. And so Dearness might get a whole quarter of work. That's your best and biggest hope. But yeah, anyone playing fantasy, like, that's just a wing and a prayer. You gotta cross your fingers on that one.
Yeah, we'll see, man. It's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be great weather too. So, what up, Tyler? What's good, everybody? Jacob, I took the Eagles to take that game. Make sure y'all hit that like button. That's the only thing we ask for here. Just smash that like button. We're gonna go to the DraftKings part of this show. Try to win you some money. Talk about some fantasy plays on the day. And last week, I went up in the quarterback, and damn, I was smart with doing that, man. Josh Allen dropped 40 points fantasy wise, but I still lost because Shaheed got hurt. A couple of other injuries had like my lineup went down the hill with all the injuries, but this week I went back down to my original, rule, and that's the mid-tier quarterbacks. And there's a lot of good options here. Brock Purdy's at 6,100 against that same Eagles team that Josh Allen dropped 40 on. So if you want to go there at 6.1, I didn't have enough money to get there. I was $200 short. So I had to fall down to Russell Wilson. Let's ride, Broncos country. 5.7K against the Texans. We saw Trevor Lawrence and CJ Stroud both put up big fantasy numbers last week. I think that game environment's in the same exact category here. I think a high scoring game, and I think Russell Wilson will be a big part of that offense for the Broncos. I know he hasn't eclipsed 20 fantasy points in, the last couple of weeks here, but I think this is his game to go off. I mean, he's having a great year, bro. Only 4 picks, 20 touchdowns. He's having a phenomenal year with Sean Payton. And I think Russell Wilson is a good option there. But I like Purdy. If you can get the Purdy, go there. But Russell Wilson is not a bad option as well.
Yeah, the Texans and the Broncos game has a super high over under, so it's not a bad idea to ever have a piece of that pie that's going on there. So for mine, I also went mid tier as well. I wanted to save a little extra. I went to Mr. Sam Howell because, like I earlier, I think that the pass attempts is going to be over 50, and I mean he can, even if he throws for 302, that'll work. I'll take that. Because that's very possible today. He just has to keep up a little bit with the Dolphins, and they should be losing. They should be in a throwing game script constantly, and even when they're in a neutral script, the Commanders still want to throw a bunch. So, let me get Sam Howell to just volume his way to a fantasy relevant day here, and he can also run one in if I'm lucky.
Dude, that 38.5 is crazy now. Now that I'm looking at his game log.
Yeah, look at this. Like, what are the pass attempts?
It's 44, 45, 44, 45, 52. Like, it's not below 40 in any of these, bro.
Yeah, and like yeah, that just seems like such a cheat code for betting. So if you guys are making a little parlay there, again, hit the over on Sam Howell attempts.
Yeah. So I'm actually shocked you went Howell over Purdy, like 100.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
just
they're both in a good matchup, like you said, but
the problem with I mean I usually like to try and find guys as least owned as possible because that's how I feel like
yeah.
the top of the board. Because if you have everybody that everyone else has, then you're just going to stay even with everybody, you know?
hmm Running back wise, I did a little injury. Uh, Let me just type his name in here. Zach Moss.
Yeah, I'd say he's the cheat code this week.
He should be the highest owned player on the slate. Like he should be in your lineup. Like he's just your salary relief and a great spot, with no Jonathan Taylor. Don't look at this. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Look at this. Look at the 18 carries. That's when Jonathan Taylor wasn't in the lineup. So even if he flops, he's going to be high owned, so it probably won't burn your lineup. But against the Titans defense, it's a little tough matchup for him, but I think he has enough opportunities to pay off that 4.6 price tag easily. So Zach Moss was my salary relief for running back. And then I went to Bijan Robinson, even though you don't think he's going to have a good game, which, he might not because the Jets do have a great defense, but I think they should lean on him more than they should lean on Desmond Ridder. So at 6.7K, cheap, he's been dropped now. He's 6K right here, 6.1, 6K. So still a little cheap for me at 6.7. He's getting those attempts now that we like to see, the 22 attempts, 16 attempts, and he's making it pay with at least, averaging like 4.8 yards per carry. So I like Bijan here. He should have a big game, and I do think they should add him more to the pass game as well today. So give me Bijan. And my flex was another running back, and I went with Rachaad White for the Bucks. I just think the Panthers' run defense is so bad, just putrid. This guy's been going off almost every single week now, it seems like. And I think Rachaad White at 6.3K is a good price tag for him because he's been getting a lot of opportunities lately and great matchup. So Rachaad White, he was my last piece option as my flex. So I just liked him the best right there at 6.3.
Yeah, man. I mean, Rachaad White I mean, I have him as well. He's one of my running backs. Kind of he feels like a must own, and so does Zach Moss because of the price point. So I have both those guys. I don't have a running back in my flex, so those are my only two running backs on the slate. But I feel like those are like two smash guys this week, which really sucks because I'm going against Zach Moss in fantasy, and naturally JT had to hurt his little thummy. This appreciate it, bud. Thanks.
Well, let me ask you this, since we both have the same running backs. Where else would you go differently? If you had the money, like is there any other running backs that's standing out for you, right here in this area, or paying up?
Yeah, I think you can. I mean, it's really a coin flip between Najee and Jalen for me because one of them should go ham today, if not both.
Good call.
I picked Jalen Warren. I know he didn't deliver last week, but for a guy who's dynamic, let me get that dude. Najee is the guy who they put in that goal line work, and maybe he has a big day too. But I don't know. I think you can't go wrong with either one of those guys. I like the Steelers running backs a lot today.
Yeah, I actually had Warren, and then I kind of went off of him. But I think Derrick Henry's in a good matchup as well, 6.8K against the Colts. I think that would be a couple of good options for y'all to play for running backs. For receivers, I went with Chris Olave at 6.9. He should be good to go. He's expected to play from that concussion, but it's going to be Olave and Kamara the whole day for the Saints. Like he should get at least he should get at least 15 targets here. He was balling out last week until that concussion happened. Knipe was over there like, come on, man, stop this man. He was just getting every look that way. I think he had 100 yards in the first quarter last week, and then he got hurt. So this should be a Chris Olave game. If the Saints have any shot to keep it close, you got to get him involved, especially with no Michael Thomas, no Shaheed. This should be a big game for Chris Olave. here, and then I went up a little bit with Brandon Ayuk at 7.2. He's just like that. He's so consistent, man. I know last week he only had 50 yards and 2 catches, but I think he has another big game like against the Bucks, a 156-point game here. The Eagles secondary has been very putrid, so it could be Debo, it could be Brandon Ayuk, who knows? But I like the chemistry with Purdy and Ayuk a little bit better. So 7.2K, I liked it right there. So I took Ayuk in that nice game environment. And then I had to go cheap a little bit because my salary is running out of money. And I paired Russell Wilson with Jerry Jeudy. I'm gonna be honest with everybody here. I don't love this play. 4.7K. He's been so bad this year, honestly. Like Jerry Jeudy, it's kind of shocking because I didn't think he would be like this. I really liked Jerry Jeudy when he came out of college, but he's having a down year. Sutton is by far Russell Wilson's top dog, but I could go George Pickens. I could flip flop, but I don't know, man. These two guys right here I don't know where I went, but I landed on Jeudy, but I might change it to George Pickens. I'm scared on both plays, but what do you think for receivers?
Man, I like your Jeudy pick. I mean, only because nobody's going to have him.
Yeah.
So if he does hit, because that's a high over under game, and I mean, regression to the mean, is real, and it could happen. You know what I mean? I think I would leave it in there just to let it ride, because I mean, he's probably gonna be like 1 or 2% rostered.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I have 4 wide receivers this week because I went wide receiver in my flex, and I'll go with my flex play first was Tank Dell, and this kid has just been absolutely unreal. I'm just hoping that he stays healthy today, because if he is good to go and he can be his normal self, Tank Dell is a scary dude, and again, a game environment that should be high scoring. I want the best of the best as far as the targets and the receiver. Yeah, let me get Tank Dell.
Hey, can I hold on before you remember when Tank Dell was 4.9K?
Oh my gosh, yeah, right. I mean, it was kind of justified before. I mean, he's been slowly breaking out. He had like one big game for the first 8 weeks, and then now he's just like a household name, which is awesome for him because he deserves it. He's playing great. And then I have another super consistent dude, in Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I don't really have to explain much here. This kid's just a stud. He does his thing. He gets his targets. He gets his yards. And he's been scoring touchdowns this year, which has usually been his Achilles heel as a fantasy player, scoring touchdowns. But I think that him and Laporta can eat today. And let me get Amon-Ra to take care of business with no Marshawn Lattimore. And then my other two, who are my other two? I can't remember.
Let me bring it up real quick. You had McLaurin.
Oh yeah, so I had Sam Howell as my quarterback, so I wanted to stack Commanders receiver with them. And even though I know the Dolphins have good DBs and Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey, Terry's also. I mean, I just love Terry McLaurin. I don't think how do you hate this kid? Like, this kid can just ball. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a really good football player. So it's not like he can't also beat that other guy on the other side of him. If I think that Sam Howell's going to throw over 50 times, I'm going to say that means at least 10 targets for Terry at minimum. And if he's feeling extra juicy, then I get 15 plus targets, So let me get Terry McLaurin. And then my last one was Jalen Guyton, if I remember right. And the reason I picked him was because I had no money left. I mean, the outside of Keenan Allen, no one else is trustworthy really on that receiving core. I mean, Gerald Everett's a meh. Guyton used to be the deep threat before he tore his ACL, and he's been getting healthier and healthier, and he's been back for a few games now. And so if the Chargers need a deep ball today, I'm sure it'll go to this guy, and I'm just going to hope that connects. If for a cheap salary, he's like my new Shaheed. I'm just going to hope that it hits.
Guyton's he looks pissed. He looks like he's got a point to prove right here, man. He looks pissed. Maybe he's mad that nobody likes playing him in DraftKings. Maybe you turn that frown upside down, Knipe. You could be that guy. My boy Jonathan says Tank Dell, my first pick next year on fantasy. Dude, because we showed Jonathan who Tank Dell was. I think it was like week 3 or something, and he was like, who? who the hell's Tank Dell? And then since then, he's been like messaging me. He's like, bro, he's been balling. I'm like, I know, bro. Yeah, that's funny.
He looks good. He like him and Zay Flowers. Like, dude, the Chargers couldn't have missed more on their Quentin Johnston pick, dude. Like,
Yeah,
what a joke. Like, what were we thinking? Like, oh man, that just
yeah.
be fired for that pick alone. Like the
Even
three,
Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed
yeah,
looks better.
way better. Like, it's not even close, dude.
Yeah. Trying to look at some other options, receivers. After we give everybody some plays, me and Knife are gonna build a lineup like we did last week and see what we got. And I'll throw it in $1 and see if it hits. Tight end for me, I went mid tier. I went Pat Fryermuth at 4.3. I mean, look at this last week, man. This is without Matt Canada. All right. So I'm hoping they keep doing this for Pat. And at 4 point, I mean, his salary skyrocketed up. He went from 2.9K last week to 4.3. But the tight end spot was kind of like not that great. I mean, if you like Sam Laporta and Kittle, like those are great options. But like me, I just like to save some salary and go down. McBride is gonna play. Goddard's out. I mean, like look at this options down here, bro. It's not great, you know. So I went with Pat Frymuth at 4.3.
I think I followed suit.
Oh,
I went with Fry guy. And
okay.
I mean, if he's going to get targets from Mr. Kenny Pickett, then they got to be valuable, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, but you know, the new offensive coordinator, it seems like he wants to get his best players the ball, and Freiermuth is definitely one of his best players. So, yeah, give me a tight end on against a Cardinals defense that again isn't just an absolute. You know, it's like they're not there. They really just they're terrible.
Yeah. For defense, I went. Where'd I go? Hold on, let me bring it up. I went Falcons. Falcons against the Jets. Tim Boyle. I mean, maybe Jesse Bates has one of those pick sixes again, right? I think it's the Tim Boyle thing. Stack the defense against Tim Boyle. So give me the Falcons at 3.4. Huge game for them possibly defensively, but we'll see because their defense isn't like spectacular, right? But they got some guys there that can make plays like Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, you know. So maybe I get a pick six today.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. I went with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Carolina
Oh,
Panthers
okay.
because the Panthers just, I mean, in general, they're not going to put up a lot of points. They're not going to get to the 20s. And so if I think that the team's not going to score very much, you know, the Bucs just got to get. I think they're going to get a few sacks today for sure. And yeah, let me get the Bucs to give me like a couple of fumble recoveries too.
They kind of scare me because how many injuries they have on defense, but I mean they're playing the fucking Panthers, so. Real quick, I put Fryermuth in our tight end because we both agreed there. Let's try to build a lineup here and, you know, maybe screenshot it, everybody, and put in some DraftKings, win you some money, man. You know what I'm saying? For quarterback, where do you want to go?
Purdy,
Purdy?
black boy.
Okay, even though we both didn't have him. Hey, I like it though. Purdy. All right, I'm cool with that. Running backs, Moss should be in there. So I'm gonna throw Moss. And then we both had who is it?
Rashad.
Yeah, Rashad White. So let's throw Rashad White in there.
Dude, Rashad's awesome, dude. Like for PPR, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He can get 7 catches today. You know what I mean? Like,
So receivers, you had some pretty pricey ones.
I think we need to grab either Pittman or Downs because they're going to get targeted like crazy against Tennessee.
Okay. Well, what about for Brock Purdy? Do you want to pair him with Ayuk or Samuel or?
You should go Ayuk today, in my opinion.
Okay. So let's throw Ayuk in there and see how much salary you have. 5.3 on average right now.
So maybe Downs because he's cheaper. Dude,
Yeah,
Downs had 13
yeah.
targets last week, or 15 or 13, something crazy.
Yeah, 13 targets. Yeah. So
I
let's
mean,
go down.
he only caught 5 of them, that's weird. But
Yeah, that is weird.
Downs shouldn't be a PPR machine today.
And then one more receiver. I was trying to go 2 down. We could go with like Cortland Sutton or McLaurin. Judy Pickens.
Let's go with Sutton. I mean, he's been getting touchdowns like crazy. I mean, they have a high scoring game environment.
Yeah, I like that.
So, I
Let's
mean,
go Sutton.
if Russ really trusts them, like he clearly does, then I mean, he should be the red zone looks.
Let's go defense first, and then our flex. See how much money we have left over.
All right, we're gonna go cheap on defense.
Yeah, let's go cheap. Not too cheap unless we just kind of, punt it. But we could go Falcons. I mean, we could just take one of our defenses. I mean, they're not too expensive. If we go Falcons, that leaves us with 7.6K as our average left, or Bucks will be 7.4. So let's do this. Let's go Falcons first and see who's available. That'll give us Waddle, Tank. Kyrie, yeah, that's some good little options right here. I'd probably. What do you think, Tank Dell?
I mean,
or Waddle.
Waddle doesn't get the amount of targets that Tank Dell does, man. Yeah. The only thing that's scary about Tank Dell today is that calf injury. I hate calf injuries, dude, because especially for a wide receiver that's really super quick, like that's scary to me. Like that's the only reason I hesitated a lot putting him in the lineup, but I just like the kid so much, and I think he's so good at football. Like I feel like you never know like the degree of how much these guys are actually hurt until game day. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna pray that it's one of those like, oh hey, he doesn't look like he's hurt at all, because there's some guys that like. You look at him play, you're like, how are you even on an injury report? You know what I mean? Like, you're not moving around any different than you did last week. So why do you have a designation today? But I'm going to hope that that's this week for Tank, and they were just giving him some rest, All
right, let's go Tank. Yeah. So there you go. Purdy, Moss, White, Ayuk, down, Sutton, Freiermuth, Tank, and the Falcons.
That's kind of nasty, dude. Yeah, that's kind of
nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's a good lineup. So
pose. Take a screenshot. Oh, look at that. Got the confetti dropping down too. What the F? Why does it do that? I don't know. But there you go. There you go, everybody. Appreciate y'all, man, for hanging out. Knipe, big game for you, big game for me. It's gonna be a fun day of football.
Let's go.
I hope you all have great luck with your bets, your fantasy, your DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever you play, your favorite team. Knipe, thank you as always for joining me on the countdown. And I'll see you soon as we watch the games together.
Yes, but y'all have a good Sunday. Thanks for watching, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Yes, sir. So good luck, everybody. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for everyone who is tuning in today. Have a great rest of your day. Like I said, I'll be going to the game tomorrow night, so I'll be back streaming some games Tuesday. But until then, it's always love, peace, chicken grease here on MaxCoverageTV, baby. Hope you like my glasses. I'm out of here. Peace and go, Pack, go.